Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Steve Duletsky coming at you from Taxelerator Training. Let me throw that over there. Got some cool marketing tech hacks, okay, that I want to share with you guys. These are things that you can do, and maybe you guys are already doing some of this stuff, and I want to hear from you. If you're doing any of these things, if you've had success with them, or if you have questions about them, as always, just hit me up at steviedcares@gmail.com, steviedcares@gmail.com. But yeah, these are some things that you should be doing right now to build on referrals, to build your business, to exponentially grow. So exponential, what is that? That's when 1 turns into 2, and then 2 turns into 4, then 4 turns into 8, and do the math on that, all right? The next thing you know, when you're into the 13th level of this, the 9th level of this, I mean, now you've got, 36 turning into 72, right? 72 turning into 144. If you can get 72 people to give you 3 references each, you're going to get one client from each of those people. So, or maybe 2 sometimes, and then one of those people might give you 3 people. So, yeah, man, whenever you can work to get 2 or 3 or 4, 3 is really the magic number. Our brains work in 3. So anyway, let me jump into this, and I'll go more into exponential growth. But that's the key, and you got to be mindful of that. All right. So one of the first things that I want to talk to you guys about, if you're not using Facebook, and I'm not talking about Facebook advertising, I'm just talking about using Facebook as a whole for getting referrals. People have friends, right? They're on Facebook. There's so many things on Facebook, and this goes for the gram, Instagram, this goes for Snapchat. I don't care if you're a 21-year-old kid. I don't care if you're a 17-year-old kid in high school, or you're a 56-year-old, dude like me, all right? You need to be using technology and social media to further your career, to further your client base. And there's no faster, easier, less expensive way to do it than some of the stuff I'm going to share with you right now, okay? So Facebook, let's think about it, all right? Using Facebook, I'm going to write this up here, and again, you guys, you should always be taking notes, right? Always be taking notes. Go get a pad of paper, put this on pause or whatever you want to do. Get a pad of paper, get a pencil. You're going to want to write this stuff down, and then you're going to pick the top 3 things that you're going to do. You can't do all the stuff I'm going to share with you, but you're going to pick the top 3 that you feel comfortable with, that you feel good about, and then what I want you to do at the end of this is really calculate, all right, if I do this, what could this mean to me financially? All right, so yeah, here we go. So Facebook, and I'm facing away from the microphone sometimes, so I'll always come back and repeat, so if it looks kind of weird, that's why I'm doing it, all right? So Facebook, all right, let's think about it. You could have them tag them friends and whatnot, right? They can take a picture of themselves inside your office, right? So take a picture and then have them tag, like literally ask them to tag anybody that they know, and let them know that, hey, I'm at Sam's tax store right now, and I'm having a great time with Jim Brown. That's your name. You're the person who's doing their taxes. And geez, I want all my friends to know about it. So this all starts with the premise that, number 1, you're doing a good job for them, okay? This is all part of the closing the sale process that I talk about in my trainings. Once you've come to the end and you're done with the tax return and they're happy and they're getting a nice big tax return and they love you, or maybe this is when they come and get their check, or maybe when you're delivering them the final product, you've got to ask for referrals. Well, this is a great thing that you can do even while you're doing their taxes, if they're showing love for you. If you see that they're loving you and they're liking you, you don't want to do this in the first 10 minutes you know them, right? You may not even want to do this in the first, the first 90% of the tax return, right? But if you've been doing somebody's taxes for 10 years and you haven't done this yet, if you've been doing somebody's taxes twice and you haven't done this yet, anybody that comes back to you, they love you, right? So you've got to find creative, fast ways that they can refer other people. Everyone's a client right now, right? Write that down and remember that. Everyone is a client right now. So yeah, Facebook, they can take a picture. You can have them take a picture of you. They can tag their friends. They can Write down, tag your office. I forget what that's called, but they can basically, make sure that you're on Facebook. First of all, your store should be on Facebook. If you haven't done that, you better get going with that right now. But they can literally find your store, let people know that they are at your location, and put it out on Facebook. There's tons of ways you can do this. You can do this on LinkedIn. You can do this on Facebook. You can certainly do it on Instagram, okay? So again, there's no way I've listed all the things that you can do, but on Facebook, you need to get them reaching out and using that as a referral too, all right? So that's Facebook. Messenger, all right? So many people in this day and age are on Facebook Messenger. I might be reaching out to you right now on Facebook Messenger, okay? So do you know what an open rate is? An open rate is when you send out a message, when you send out a communication, the open rate is, okay, what percentage of people are actually opening these messages? Well, Messenger opening rates right now are higher than really any other form of communication. Any communication that's sent out on Messenger right now, it gets open and it gets read. Email, not so much anymore. Very low open rate anymore, okay? Texting, yeah, probably the ultimate, but for you to, we're going to talk about that, okay? We're going to talk about that, but in terms of a social media tool, Messenger, you can broadcast a whole bunch of people at once, and you can get them to do that as well. So you either want to have them introduce you to people on Messenger, right? They could literally tag you and that person, like say they really love you, and you want them to simply introduce you to their brother, introduce you to their sister, introduce you to their best friend, introduce you to their parents, whoever that may be, all right? Using Messenger to do so is something that you need to get figured out, and you need to get in the habit of doing it, okay? So Messenger is just a great, great tool, all right? Another thing that I noted down here. Yeah, man, make sure you're always getting at least 3 names, okay? You want to have them refer you to at least 3 people, not 1. You don't want to hassle them for 10. Hey, if they voluntarily give you 10, awesome, all right? But 3 should be your all-the-time goal. I need every single client. Think about this, man. Think about this. If you get every single one of your clients to give you 3 names, right? And to put you in a position where they're referring you out to 3 people, and you've got control of that content. You've got control of their contact information, whether it's on Facebook because they tagged you and them on it, whether they tagged your location. You're going to be able to see who they tagged your location with, so you can reach out again and follow up. On Messenger, if they bring you in on that, same thing, all right? And same way. Well, this is just talking about always getting 3 people, okay? Next, texting. I talked about that a little bit, right? Texting has the highest open rate. Texting has the highest open rate you can get. So if you can get them to say, hey, while you're sitting there, do me a favor, text 3 or 4 of your friends. Let them know I did a great job on your tax return. I'd really appreciate it. And work towards those referrals. Try to find easy ways that your clients can refer you. Just simply write that down, right? Easy ways. What are the 3 easiest ways that my clients can refer me to somebody else? And then you want to maintain, in all of this, you want to maintain control of the follow-up. The more control you can have in the follow-up, the more successful that you're going to be. I might receive a message from my brother Pete. I don't have a brother Pete, but my brother Dan. I might receive a message from my brother Dan that says, hey, go over to Joe's tax service. Joe did a great job for me. And I may not do my taxes for another 3 or 4 weeks, right? But if every 2 or 3 days I get a nice little note that's not annoying, that's friendly, that's useful, kind of like what I'm providing for you guys right now, something that's useful, right? a tax tip, something of that nature. Maybe just directions to your office. Maybe you put together a coordinated plan, and I'll go further into this with more trainings, but that consistent follow-up that you can control, that's where the money is. I mean, I call this my ATM machine, right? This is my ATM machine. This is where I go to get my money once I've got these contacts embedded inside here, all right? So very, 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 very helpful. Tagging friends, okay? Now you might need some motivation for this. You might need to motivate these people. Maybe you give a small discount if they do 1 or 2 or 3 of these things, right? Like a 5% discount, okay? Maybe you buy them a pizza. Maybe you have some free pizza coupons that you buy from somebody local. You should probably have some sort of a giveaway that you can make this happen. We used to use $50 bills, like literally $50 bills. And you can't be afraid to spend money to make money. Now that you've finally got some money coming in, right? Now that you finally got some money coming in, just think, every time you spend 20, 30, 40 bucks, if you can turn that into another $230, another $300, and then that client brings you 3 more people, so now that's $600, and then those 3 people bring you 3 people, all right? So what's that? 6 times, now that's $5,400, all right? Because they're each giving you 3. Potentially, that's what it is, okay? So you've got to be willing to do what it takes to get some action. People love to be told what to do, guys. Don't forget that. As long as you're clear and you're concise and you're reasonable about what you want them to do and you're compassionate about that, right? You're not manipulating them, but you're getting them to help you. And by virtue of helping you, they're helping their friends. And then by virtue of all that, they get helped, all right? So, tagging friends, discounts, or something of that nature. I talked about exponential growth. Simply then some follow-up calls. Another great time to do this is I've talked in my closing the sale and in my top 10 about how important follow-up calls are. Hey, how did the service go with us? Were you happy with us? Did the preparer do a good job? Maybe you're literally calling about yourself. During that time, a great time to get some referrals, all right? So I've got more and more of this inside my trainings. Hopefully this helps. If you've got any questions, hit me up at steviedcares@gmail.com, steviedcares@gmail.com, and go use some of these tech hacks. If you have any ideas, send that into our Facebook page. Send that into me, and we'll share it with each other. When we all do better, we all do better. We all do better, all of us, all right? Go get them, guys. Go print some money, man. It's that time of year.